Being needed is not love, and many kind people learn that too late. They stay because someone depends on them. They answer because someone always comes back. They carry because no one else will. And slowly, they mistake usefulness for intimacy. They think, if I am this necessary, I must matter deeply. But necessity is not devotion. Someone can rely on your patience and never care about your pain. Someone can trust your silence and never try to know your heart. Someone can return to you again and again without ever truly choosing you. That is the cruelty of being the strong one. You're included in their life, but missing from their love. They want your listening, not your truth. They want your presence, not your depth. They want your steadiness, not your soul. And because you are kind, you keep giving meaning to what is only dependence. You call it connection. You call it loyalty. You call it love. But deep down, something still feels lonely. Because being needed can keep you close to someone without ever letting you feel seen. It can make you important without making you precious. It can make you necessary without making you cherished. And the heart feels that difference even when the mind tries to excuse it. That is why some of the kindest people feel the most alone. They are always wanted when there is weight to carry. Always remembered when there is something to fix. Always reached for when someone is breaking. But rarely held when they are the ones falling apart. Rarely chosen when nothing is needed. Rarely loved in a way that lets them rest. Love does not only reach for you in crisis. Love does not only praise your strength. Love does not only return when it is empty. Love also sees. Love also stays. Love also asks what your silence costs you. Love notices when you are tired before you have to prove it. Love does not measure your worth by how much pain you can hold. So if you are exhausted from being everyone's safe place, that exhaustion makes sense. If you feel strangely lonely inside relationships where people need you, that loneliness makes sense. And if part of you is beginning to question whether you were loved or only depended on that question, matters. Because the moment you see the difference, your life begins to change. You stop calling self-erasure devotion. You stop calling emotional labor destiny. You stop calling survival love. And maybe that hurts at first, because some people will miss the version of you that carried everything quietly. Some people will call you distant when you finally stop overgiving. Some people will say you changed, but what they often mean is you stopped making their life easier at the cost of your own heart. That is not cruelty. That is clarity. You were not born to be someone's emotional shelter while standing outside their affection. You were not born to earn tenderness through usefulness. You were not born to disappear inside other people's needs. You are allowed to want more than being relied on. You are allowed to want to be seen without performing strength. You are allowed to want love that does not begin with what you can carry. And when that love comes, it will feel different. Less urgent, less hungry, less transactional. You will not have to prove your place in it. You will not have to suffer to secure it. You will not have to stay useful to stay close. Because real love does not just need your hands. It knows your heart. It does not just reach for your patience. It protects your softness. It does not just keep you nearby. It chooses you clearly, gently, fully. So let this be the truth you stop running from. Being needed is not love, and being kind does not mean you must settle for less than love.